Right behind me, I have one of the world's cheapest, if not the cheapest Volkswagen Golf in the world. This is a MK4 Golf SE 1.6 litre engine, 16 valve. And before I tell you how much I paid for it, let's discuss what's wrong with it, if there's anything wrong with it, and was it even worth it in the end? Well, for starters, the key battery does not work, so we cannot use the key to unlock or lock the car. So we have to go to the good old days like the 24-year-old car it is and unlock it manually, which is a little one to the left, and then boom, we're in. All right, so now we're in the car. As you can see, I've put all my tools from my dad's house into the back of the car to keep it on the drive, as this car needs an MOT first and tax before I can leave it on a public car park, which we are going to take it for an MOT tomorrow. And as you can see, the car is done 131,000 miles, which, to be honest, for a 24-year-old car, that is quite low. That is quite good mileage. And the first thing wrong with the car that I could find was the left window motor seems to be messed up badly, or something else, because when I go to use my left window, to turn my window on, I have to obviously put the electronics on. When I go to use that left window, as you'll see, yeah, that does not sound good in the slightest. Service now, it does need a service, but that's completely normal. We'll probably end up doing that ourselves. We are going to do an oil change anyway, because I don't trust whatever oil might be in here at the minute. We are going to start the car so we can see any actual fault codes on screen, which hopefully there shouldn't be, but the car does start up first try. Look at that, smooth as butter. And we've got a nice idle at 1k revs, which it should drop down to 600 once it's really, really warm. I do see one light on the dash, and I'm not actually sure what that is, so I'm going to quickly do a quick Google search. All right, so 2-second Google search later, and we find out that this little exclamation mark of a dash on the light on the screen is actually just the handbrake on. So if we, because we're on a slight incline, I'm going to put on that brake. If we lift that handbrake up and down, boom, it disappears. But as soon as we lift it back up, now it's back on the screen. So that's just that. If it is not the handbrake, then it is something to do with the braking system, and you've got an error with that, so make sure to get that checked out. But apart from that, all is good. And oh man, I just love being in this car. It's such a great feeling. Next, what's wrong with this car is this window wiper. For some reason, this won't go off. No matter what I do, that window wiper just stays on. Maybe some electrical fault, well, most likely electrical fault, because I can't do anything to turn it off. That's just to do that once, but if I look, it'll be off and it's staying on. So look how good my bike looks in there, guys. That's actually so cool. No wonder people like seeing me behind them. God damn. Now for the bodywork of the car. Now it is a 24-year-old car, so you have to give it some leniency. At the minute, it is just very dirty, as you can see. We are going to give it a clean today. Oh, my nose is going. But as you can see, there is a scratch mark there and a little bump there. In fact, some of the panels are missing. Seems like they've definitely hit something like a brick wall when parking up. The headlight glass, that has a small, it actually has a hole in it. No wonder there's so much condensation in this one compared to this one. So we can always replace that if we wanted to. Obviously, we don't have to be perfect, it being a 24-year-old car. And there is a small scrape on the back on this side. As you can see, they've clearly gone into something. Again, whoever did that, I'll be having words with you. Obviously, there's a bit of like wear and tear here, especially you might have to even replace that just because I want to make it nice. We are going to get a new plate for it because look at that dirty numbers. Holy crap, man. Scratches here all over. But honestly, it's a 24-year-old car, it's a Golf as well, so what can you expect? The rust, however, I'm not sure how rusty this car is, but to me, it doesn't look too bad. If we look underneath the car, that's where we'll see the most. And there's the exhaust. And honestly, guys, I don't think that's bad in the slightest, if I'm being honest with you. Something I do want to mention though is how high this wheel sits. Like, there's so much room. I could fit a whole hand in. In fact, like, yeah, I can fit a whole my fist and more in there. So I want to get a load kit for this car, change the rims as well. And the tires though, their tires look great. They're almost unused. There's so much tread on them, they're still good. They're definitely summer tyres though, and not for the winter, which I might have to put some winter tyres on, especially when we're in the UK. I'm also going to show you under the hood, and we're going to listen out to any engine noise, see if we can hear anything that might sound, you know, expensive or unhealthy for the engine. So we'll give it a quick checkup now, and to open the bonnet, all you have to do is get to the passenger side, driver's side, go here, there should be a small little latch right there. Yeah, boom. And then you'll see, just lift up the bonnet a little bit, that comes out, you pull that, and you lift up the bonnet. Oh God. Could not do that with one hand. And there you are, there's the engine. We're gonna start it up. How easy would it be to do an oil change? Where is this oil filter at? Oh, I found the oil filter, guys. Over there. Okay, I honestly don't think that's an easy place to get to, I can't lie. We might have to either go from underneath or from the top, which would just mean removing this and stuff. I'm not sure if something's missing here. Can anyone let me know? If you guys know anything about these cars, is there anything that's supposed to be here? Because it just looks empty. Like this, there's a bracket there, and a bracket's there. I'm just seeing if anything's supposed to be on this side. Honestly, this is my first car, so I don't know anything about cars. I've only worked on bikes, and I really want to get into cars really badly because I love cars more than bikes. Sorry guys, I know some of you might not want to hear that, but it's just my personal opinion. And one day I'll get the GTR R35, and don't tell me it started raining because I'm actually gonna this country. I hate England. But anyway, let's start it up and give it a sound. All right, this is the engine, nice and running. Let's hear if there's anything wrong with it. All sounds nice, to be honest. I think it could do with an oil change, I can't lie. The belt is not squeaking, which when I first bought this car, it actually was squeaking, but now it's not. Maybe it just needed to warm up a little bit. But yeah, I think this engine sounds great. 24-year-old car, you can't expect like brand new condition. So obviously the engine bay does need a bit of a clean, but to be fair, even the engine bay is clean for what it is. Like this car must have been looked after in a way, because I don't see much corrosion going on. Obviously you have the dirt here, but generally I think this car's a steal. Okay, so now the question is that you've all been wanting to ask is, how much have I actually paid for this car for such little mileage and for such little issues? I paid less than scrap price. £200 is what this car got me. £200 is how much I paid for this car. Well, 220, because in fact I gave the guy 20 extra pounds because I felt so bad for buying it for so cheap that I just had to add on another £20. And that's all I could afford at the time. So why did the guy sell it for so cheap? Well, I'm not actually too sure. The guy just said he stole it once trying to learn how to drive and was like, driving's not for him. So he just wanted to get rid of the car. And I literally said to him on the spot, as soon as he said he's selling that for £200, give him a handshake and was like, I'll buy it right now. So yeah, obviously we can't do anything until we get MOT'd. We need to fix that window wiper and we need to fix the window motor on that side. So for the next video, we'll be fixing everything we can and telling you how the MOT went. And yeah, all right, so while I've just given this car a really quick rinse, not the best rinse in the world, the snow foam on my pressure washer was not working. We managed to change the battery on the key. So now, hopefully, we shouldn't even have to do that, to be honest. We can just unlock the car. Let's go to the front and with just the key. Look at that. So we've got the car key sorted now. We do have two keys. One's at my dad's though, so we need to bring it back. But the car looks very nice when it's shiny and had a rinse like that. Oh, it's gorgeous. And now we're going to give it a little quick clean on the inside. As you can see, my little Red Bull can in there because I've been listening to music. Okay, so another thing I've just found is that this seatbelt here is no longer where it's supposed to be. And this is the middle car seat, so I'm guessing usually these come from the roof, don't they? So that will need fixing. I'm not sure if that will pass or fail an MOT. I guess we'll find out. And then there's this little thing which just comes from the side somewhere, I'm guessing in the back. So we just chuck that over there. Got a little lighter. Does this work? I don't smoke, but it does work. My dad will be very happy with that. All right, so we've just cleared out a bunch of the junk from the car, so it already looks so much nicer in here. Obviously a lot of things need a bit of TLC. We decided to keep the positive potato and maybe a tiny potato, but I believe in you, go do your thing. See, the little things, how you use it. Don't know, I was going with that. That didn't really work very well. Anyway, that we're keeping because smells very nice. And the back seats are too very nice and clean now. And also we just kept our tools in there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the car. So I appreciate you guys so much for watching. There'll be next week on Sunday, we'll be posting this. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I'll have it on the QR code on screen or in link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. You'll be my American boy.